Chat, there's something that's been bugging me in the back of my head because everyone's talking about it on Twitter. Something that's been pestering me on in my stupid brain because I haven't actually looked at it. I've just seen people looking at it and pictures of it. Apparently, somewhere in the world, the beloved characters that we wanted to show up in the games that we love the most showed up in the games that I would least likely play. No, don't do this. Apparently, there's a game called Fortnite, and it got a big update of a bunch of Marvel characters, and I saw one of Doctor Doom. I was like, how the hell did Fortnite get D-Dank? How did that happen? Why? Fortnite got Doctor Doom? So, Doom showed up in a place that I am not exactly ready to accept. And I haven't actually watched this trailer yet. And apparently, like, other characters, like, I think there was one for Psylocke and stuff like that. I'm scared how mad it might make me. Right? I think that's the, I don't know if I want this to ruin my evening because it's been in the back of my head this whole time. So luckily I prepped the video. Just in case. I was gonna have my night ruined. And I've never been to this website before. Fortnite. But I saw this. And then I started scrolling down and I was like, what the this game's got like DC and Marvel characters? Like fighting each other and stuff? And then Deadpool is with like Batman? And then John Wick fights Star Wars? Just gonna take a look.
But I know I brought these mighty warriors here to defend our reality. High above this strange land is where
oh, so they got shield helicarrier as well.
Galactus, the devourer of
okay, so they just got the.
Must remember
all right.
Who we are.
Wow, Storm! Wow! Wow, Storm's got a good costume. She doesn't have her crappy Marvel 3 costume? What?
Iron Man, Mystique, Dr. Doom.
Oh my god.
She-Hulk, Wolverine.
Okay, She-Hulk doesn't look bad.
And I am Groot. Indeed.
Yeah.
Our greatest war begins here. Now.
Oh god, no. Oh god, Dr. Doom. Yeah, he's wearing a spirit squirrel for a neck piece. He's got a squirrel scarf. Why? Did he kill Squirrel Girl?
Defeat Galactus and save all reality.
Wow, look at this stupid shit. This is different. Where's She-Hulk's sneakers? Where is her sneakers? Huh? Why does she not have white sneakers? Oh god, this is all the reason why these characters didn't make it into MVCI. Right? Dr. Doom, She-Hulk, they all got teleported. Whatever with Iron Man and Thor, whatever. They literally got ported to this shit. That's all that happened. I just gotta say how different of a time we are currently in right now. How different of a time we are in where Wolverine and Dr. Doom and other X-Men are now showing up in a wide variety of other games. And for the horrible, absolutely abhorrent abhorrent timing, the absolutely terrible timing that was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Can we all acknowledge how poorly timed MVCI was? It is insanity. Because this actually doesn't, I think Wolverine's costume is a little lame. I actually dig what they did to Thor. I don't think that looks bad, but the way Tony looks, I like Dr. Doom's costume. For the most part, he's Techno Doom, but they've been doing that to him lately. Like, I don't think it looks absolutely terrible, but damn it, man. I can't even start to comprehend my disappointment. I'm glad there's like a sentinel down here. So here's the thing. This pisses me off, but at the same time, it's like, all right, that's cool. Like, it is, I don't like the way it's happening, right? Like, I feel like we're at that situation where I was watching that Marvel, where we first saw the trailer for, what was it called? Marvel Contest of Champions? That like $1 billion game made. And watching the trailer for that when we were hoping that there would be an update to Marvel 3 back in like 2013, 2014, I made a video on it. And we were like, oh man, this is possibly the next Marvel fighting game we've been looking for, and it was like this mobile game. But at the same time, it was like, why is this mobile game getting all these cool characters? The hell's going on? And then you get a situation like this, and even Marvel Ultimate Alliance, where people are like, Spider-Man can't show up and stuff because Spider-Man is Sony. He just showed up in a game. I honestly think that Marvel and Capcom got together to make another game at like the worst time possible. Under Capcom management that possibly didn't want to work with Marvel, and under Marvel management that probably didn't want to pay up any money to do anything. Because you see what you see in the current year, 3 years, now almost actually 3 years after Marvel vs. Capcom has even been a thing. And the long-standing rumors that, oh, Dr. Doom couldn't be in stuff because Fantastic Four was being scratched out because they were also scratching out X-Men. And then that all changes with Disney and Marvel buying up all of Fox characters, so that's not an issue anymore. And now everything's free reign. You are literally seeing the epitome of an example of Marvel games now having complete free reign with all of its characters. No issues whatsoever. Any of these characters are a problem in the past? Not anymore. And that's why at the same time, I think this is like, I hate it because it's something that I don't give a shit at all, right? I just don't care. But at the same time, I think it's cool for a potential future of these characters showing up in a game together. Would I hope that Marvel and Capcom could eventually be in that sort of situation? Sure. I've never played Fortnite in my whole life. I've never downloaded it. I've barely ever seen anyone play it. I have zero interest. But just seeing Dr. Doom flying around in Mystique and Storm in a neat costume, and Wolverine sitting on a Sentinel's head, and it not just being the Avengers, it angers me that I'm not included in this, but I'm not as pissed off as I should be. I think that's the only conclusion I can really come to right now. I'm just bitter. I'm just bitter that the game that I wanted these characters to show up the most in didn't happen. And to see Galactus being the main bad guy again, and that was the whole point of Marvel 3, it's like, it just fucking stings, dude. It just stings. Like, all I want these characters to be in is a fighting game, right? I just want these characters to do sick things and me to learn sick shit with them with other characters. That's what I want. This is an official, this grinds my gears sort of thing. I don't think Fortnite is total shite. People are allowed to like it. I don't hate you for liking it. I have zero interest. But the fact that this is happening means that Marvel Games has the ability to use these characters in whatever regard they want. And the first thing we saw of that was Marvel Ultimate Alliance, you know? It is what it is, chat. This is barely even Marvel vs. Capcom related. It barely is, right? It's just the fact that these characters are very relevant to me because these characters are in my favorite series of games, doing the things that I wish they would be doing in a fighting game. It's my hope that sometime in the future, sometime maybe way down the line, considering that the Marvel vs. Capcom cabinets exist, that there is a relationship of some kind, that there wouldn't be so many strings attached to making a Marvel vs. Capcom game, because the last two Marvel vs. Capcom games MVCI and UMVC3 especially had so many strings attached, it was ridiculous regarding roster and decision making and everything like that. My God, dude. The only way there's a possibility of Marvel ever coming back is if Marvel 2 comes back in some way. That's how you do it. And I've said this several times before. The way you bring Marvel back is you get Marvel vs. Capcom 2 to come back. And remind people that this is what people loved about this series. This is the stuff that people loved. They did that with Marvel Infinite because they released UMVC3 before to get you all hyped up. Oh, Wolverine. Seeing you on the front of this shit with Doctor Doom in the background and Storm in a sick costume. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Nothing, Mr. Winslow. Nothing at all. Uno Starts Wars, thank you for the 18 months. First time plays, thank you for the 12 months. All right, chat, there's something else that we've been meaning to discuss. We need to talk about this. This is a serious situation. This is a serious situation that's happened over the past couple of days with the FGC. And the way I feel certain individuals in the FGC are treating each other, and the certain way community figureheads are acting and representing their communities for everybody else. And I think there's something that absolutely needs to be said about this, because you're essentially directing your community to act a certain way to other communities. And I think it's absolutely disgusting. I think it's absolutely disgusting.
Round 1, fight!
Okay, so everybody was talking about this. This is exactly what I was just talking about. Is exactly this. I'm talking about this specifically. This. Everyone's saying this is the first opportunity. This is the first thing that's going to get Max to play Fortnite. I've never played Minecraft, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, or Dota in my life. I never have. And I've also never played Fortnite. And everyone is now saying that this is going to be the cataclysmic event that is going to change and rewrite history from this point forward. They fucked up Ryu's waist, dude! They fucked it up! Like, the art, like, what's one of the hardest things to draw on Ryu is his waist, but the whole point is that it fucking is, the gi is supposed to pop out. The fucking gi is supposed to pop out at the waist. He just looks like, he looks so fucking thin. He looks so thin. That's like the design aspect, is that the clothes hang loose around the character and he looks ridiculously thin. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. I'm sure that's the problem. A lot of people are predicting this is going to be the event. This is going to be the thing that's going to get you to play Fortnite. They finally did it. And a lot of you have a very good conclusion to pull from that. Because I guess I can talk about it. I can't even tell you. Somebody at Epic or whoever runs Epic's management firm is very hyper aware of my streaming situation and these characters. Because chat, I can't even tell you the insane conversation I had with some individuals before this was even announced about the efforts put forward to get me to play Fortnite. I can't even tell you. I think it would technically be a break of NDA if I could tell you what they were going to have me do and play. And it actually sounded genuinely super cool. I'm like, damn, you guys are putting a lot of effort into this, and this is very generous. So, with that being said, everybody's been waiting for this for a hell of a long time. And a lot of people have been waiting to think that this is going to be the moment that this is going to happen. Max is finally going to play Fortnite. And I'm here to tell you right now, I'm gonna be playing Minecraft on my stream tomorrow night. It's the first time I've ever played Minecraft, and I'm really looking forward to putting blocks down and enjoying the beautiful landscape of DLSS Minecraft tomorrow. I cannot wait. I'm deciding to stop playing Guilty Gear Strive Beta because it just doesn't have what Minecraft has as a game experience. And I think Minecraft, we can actually make a great fighting game out of it. Oh, I think some people are wondering if I'm gonna play Fortnite. No, I'm not. No. Ryu has a gun. They gave Ryu a gun. They gave Chun-Li a gun. I can't even tell you how weird that is to me. I really think it's very, very weird that Ryu and Chun-Li are running around shooting Wolverine and Thanos and the Predator and Batman and every other fictional character ever made in the history of mankind and Deadpool. They're running around shooting each other in the face with their guns. Chun-Li is a cop. When have you ever seen Chun-Li have a gun? Chun-Li is a cop. I get it. Chun-Li does not fucking shoot people, right? She does not. Chun-Li is she's a fine-spirited warrior. She fights with her fists. She takes down crime. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now she has a gun and she's going after Thanos. I think my biggest criticism is actually this. I think this is the thing that set me off. I think right here, right now, this is the moment where my emotional breakdown started taking place, and I just could not believe what I was looking at anymore. I was just like, you know what? At this point, I feel it's hard to put things into perspective, but I think this face does it. I think Ryu's face here does it. I think his beautiful, smiling soul. I think Ryu's... Hey Ryu, how's it going, man? Having a great day on Fortnite, are you? Ryu is so happy that he's finally fucking relevant. Look how happy he is. Do you see how happy he is that he's finally appealing to a large audience that he has never been able to reach before? He's like, I did it, motherfucker. I did it. Fucking, we did it. Max, look at this shit. We fucking did it. We're here. We're shooting Thanos with a gun. We are relevant as shit. What about Smash? Smash is gorilla shit compared to the relevance of Fortnite. The piss, the turds that fall from the sky of doves is what Smash is by comparison to the absolute astonishingly gigantic appeal of Fortnite. It's too big. It's too big. And Smash eclipses and outperforms and absolutely demolishes the perspective awareness and popularity of every other fucking fighting game that it's disgusting that it hurts my soul. And here's the thing. Maybe I have very little my sympathy for the situation is it is what it is. I just have never played Fortnite. Like a lot of these games, just because they were popular, didn't really get me to play them, you know? Like, I'll try fighting games, right? I'll give any of them a shot. Maybe I'll fucking fall in love. No guarantees. But Fortnite and its weird building shits is just something I have no interest in. Maybe if Fortnite did not have the weird building shits, right? Maybe if you didn't have to just Ryu sitting here just throwing shit out, trying to figure out how to build a fort in this night. I have zero interest. If any character... Did Epic really approach me though? Was I lying? I had to decline. I had to. I can't tell them. I've been making fun of this game for so many years. I'm not really making fun of the fact that people play it. People love the games, whatever they play. That's completely fine to it. That's completely fine. I just have zero interest, right? I just have no interest in doing this shit. But I had to decline. It was like the most lucrative fucking thing that could have ever have happened and would have been great for my channel, but I had to. There was no way I could take a big deal for Fortnite. I couldn't. It was very generous of them, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that I'm being considered for something that is such an insanely high regard, and let me tell you, chat, like the things that they were gonna have me do that would have been for like promotion and stuff like that, I'm like, damn, that is really fucking cool. This is extremely, I have to let them know, like, this is very generous. I just can't do it because the game, I've never played the game and I don't really have much of an interest in playing it. It's a different kind of situation than something like Teppen, where, you know, Teppen showed up. And what is Teppen? It's a card game you haven't played before, but it's just full of all this Capcom shit that makes it great. And I'm like, okay, I'll give that a shot. I've never really tried a card game before. I just can't. And we've been making fun of Fortnite for so long because it's the most popular goddamn thing in the world. It's so popular. Fortnite gets as much shit as I get enough shit for being like the big fighting game streamer guy, right? I get shit all the time. I go to anybody else that's streaming fighting games chat and I just see people talking shit about me and my channel all the goddamn time. It's just the way it is. Whatever is up there, whatever is in the greater scape of visibility is always going to be like, stupid shit, Fortnite. Oh my God, I still spell Fortnite, like N-I-G-H-T. I am not a big fan of the art style, right? If this was like a Marvel versus Capcom game or another Street Fighter 6 or something, right? If this was like the art style going forward, I would not be happy with this. I think it looks off. I personally think it looks off. Hold on a second. Yeah, tweet me all your Fortnite shit so I can look at it. I saw Ryu doing Gangnam Style, and I absolutely loved it, and I would love to watch it again. I like this one a lot. I think this is my favorite. I like this one. This was art officially made for Fortnite, and I think it's really good. By the way, chat, that is Shinkiro. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, this is a modified sprite, but the idea is that now it's actually happening, all right? Now we have reached escape where Chun-Li has a gun, and she's gonna shoot the shit out of Thanos. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of Thanos. Chun-Li does not pull out a gun in her moveset in Alpha 3. Come on. Well, she is a cop. That's Jill's gun. In the GBA version, she does. I don't think actually, never mind. Whew. Yeah, this is straight Disney Princess Chun-Li. That is, yeah, 150% Disney Princess Chun-Li. And the model looks quite good, but there is some harsh disagreements. Man, they made her look like she's 16, right? Made her look like she's 16 years old. This is definitely a very far cry from late 30s Chun in like Third Strike or something like that. A very, very far. Oh yes, this is probably. I wanna take you for a ride. 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 I'm glad people are happy. Is all I'm trying to say. I'm glad people are happy. I'm glad there's just people that are having a great fucking time with this right now. I'm glad people are just having a fantastic time and they're really enjoying themselves. I think that's great. They're just loving this situation. What? What? Wow, this is so weird to look like Ryu holding a fucking Gatling gun. I'm telling you, dude, some of this imagery is straight super weird to me. Oh my God. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, and somebody did have to tweet earlier that it's the first time Ryu and Wolverine have been in a fighting game together since 2011, and they're kindly referring to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Chun looks fan-fucking-tastic in this picture. Holy, this is straight Shinkiro at his best. Hello, Mr. Clooney. It's been some time. If Ryu's ass can be teleported on some fuck bus, what the hell do they have in this game? They have some aerial blimp bus that characters jump out of or some shit. Some aerial blimp fuck bus. And Ryu's up there. He's like, damn, I made it. And he's there with Cable and Venom and the Mandalorian and the child. And he's there with, like, I don't know, Married with Children characters, whatever, everything. And he's like, we made it. Here's the thing. That's good. It's good. This is a good thing. This means that potentially the Predator, Ryu is out there in the world of Futnut right now shooting the Predator. Or getting shot by the Predator. Wow. What I'm trying to say, chat, is I wish I loved this game. I could be making so much money. I wish I had a deep-rooted, intense passion for building and shooting shit in Fortnite. I really do. I really wish that I just fucking absolutely loved this game. I just wish something about it, and however many characters are in it, and however many insane crossover franchises, this game is the fucking Smash Brothers now. It's even further than Smash Brothers, right? It's got everything. At least Smash Brothers is like Nintendo based. Fortnite is just like, fuck it, we're everything. We are so big that we are officially everything. I'm not saying it's completely free and download to play, as in there is a barrier that's preventing me from playing it. It's the most accessible thing in the world. I am not gonna sit here and do something I really don't want to do. I just have no interest. Similar to playing Minecraft. I'm sorry, I was lying earlier about playing Minecraft tomorrow. I'm sorry for anyone that was looking forward to me playing Minecraft. I'm very sorry. Because this shit looks amazing. This shit looks incredible. All I'm saying is that I just wish that these characters would come back with each other in a fighting game in some way. Right? I just hope that this happens eventually. Some people like football, some people like soccer. Maybe I should say some people like NFL and some people like soccer, right? Maybe that's a better, less like American way of saying it. And some people will like both, and some people will like one or the other. I can't help but just not be interested too much in what this game has to offer gameplay-wise. To jump back into it and shoot Thanos in the dick with a rocket launcher as Ryu or the Predator. That shit is amazing to me. That the fact that this exists. I'm amazed that this exists. I just wish it wasn't a game that I loved. That's all it is. I wish I could be so excited about this. It would blow minds. I wish I could have gotten the memo from, you know, a crazy marketing firm about an opportunity for something that is literally perfect for you, and I have to decline it. Where it's just, you know what? This is literally perfect for me. This shit is absolutely what everyone's expecting to be the thing for me to do, and I have to say no. I just have to say no. I appreciate that everyone was like, man, this is going to be the first time Max plays Fortnite, right? I appreciate that a lot of people are like, damn, this is what's gonna do it. This is what's gonna do it. This is gonna be the thing. This is going to be the cataclysmic event that will get Max into Fortnite. You were wrong. I hate to say it, but you were wrong. And I don't mean that as in, fuck you and fuck your game. I mean it as in, I just don't care. I just have so little interest. You guys, I hope this shit tickles your Jimmy so hard. You're running up there with Chun-Li and Ryu shooting shit with all these other characters. I hope you are having a fucking blast right now. I really do. I hope it's incredible. But I'm so bitter. I can't help it. I can't help but be happy for people, but also be horribly bitter. Horribly bitter. Just so... Maybe it's my age. I think it's definitely to do with the fact that it's been a rough path to be a Capcom fighting game fan over the past 10 years. Ever since Wolverine and Ryu were actually in a character together, in a game together. So, you know, it's just like there's an alternate reality out there where shit didn't go south on the last like 3 or 4 big AAA Capcom fighting games, and damn, everyone loves this shit right now. Everyone loves Marvel vs. Capcom still. What if FF7 crossed over with Fortnite? Salt and iron, yeah. What if they put in Lin Kurosawa? What's eventually gonna happen? If they're gonna be dropped into a game where I'm shooting people as they're constructing giant huts around each other into space, and you're shooting their huts and shit. I just don't have a lot of interest in doing that. I don't. But for the people that do, I'm super happy for you. I am super happy for you. Let's have that be that, chat. Let's let this image resonate in our heads and hearts for as long as it takes for Street Fighter 6 or whatever the hell else Capcom is working in the background to eventually come out. Because for one day, for February 19th, I think it was, 2021, Ryu has been fighting the fight to become relevant his entire life. And he felt that moment in the mid-90s. And now the burning passion returns to him once again as he strikes a smile across the millions and millions of people that play Fortnite. Ryu signed the deal. But at what cost? He looks pretty happy to me, dude. Okay? Ryu looks pretty goddamn happy to me. And he has a gun. And he has a gun. What if it was Rock Howard? See, all these things are things that I love, yes. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Nope, delete it, get rid of it. Sorry, it's over. It's over, delete it, and get rid of it. Whatever I just said, everything I just said, I'm bitter and angry now. Now I'm just bitter and angry. Now I'm just mad. Wow, forget everything I just said. Now I'm just bitter and angry. Now I'm feeling my age catching up with me. Fuck, dude. Damn, Chun, goddamn. This goes much better with Chun, goddamn. Damn, Chun. You've been practicing. Shit. Goddamn. I love this fucking face so much. I can't even tell you how much Ryu has never been happier in his whole goddamn life. Do you see the face of that character? Like, I can't even... This shit is so absolutely the polar opposite of Ryu's character that it's funny. It's like we're seeing the actor that's playing Ryu instead of Ryu, right? And the actor that's playing Ryu just got a huge gig in Fortnite, and he's so jazzed. He's so happy. It's like there's a Ryu and there's somebody who's playing Ryu. His name's George Clooney. Yeah. Anyway, chat, that happened over the past 24 hours. I hope you found it as entertaining as I did. What the hell? Wait, do you like surf his back when you're going to hell? Fortnite hell? Or do you like ride him like a parachute? See, that's actually kind of sick. I don't think I don't think they did Honda dirty. I think that is giving Honda way more screen time than he deserves. No fucking way. No fucking way. Bold new world we're living in. It's a bold new world we're living in today, Chad. You just give us another... Oh no. Oh no. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh please God, no. Oh God, please God, no. I'm scared now. I'm scared now. Count me legit terrified of this future. Yeah, I'm legit scared now. I don't even know what to think of this. I don't even know how to process this in my head. We have to move on, chat. We have to move on. We have to move on. I just really wish it was in a game that I loved. What is this, fucking Powdered Toast Man or some shit? See, that's when you know Fortnite has made it, when Powdered Toast Man is a guest character. Oh, pancakes. I was close enough. Wow, I literally was making a joke, chat. I was literally making a joke. One day, our time will come, chat. Right? There will be one day where the characters that we love will be in the game that we want. One day, the sun will shine on us once more, and we will see them together in the ways that we have hoped. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be this year, it might not be next year, it might not be the next 5 years, it might not be the next 10, but sometime in our lifetime, we could see these characters come back together in a game with each other that we're as excited to play as some of the fighting games we're playing right now. Someday, Capcom fans, Capcom fighting game fans will feel that absolute blood-rushing surge of energy of everyone loving the exact same thing again, of everyone just being so insanely hyped and anticipating that fighting game with those characters once again. The chances are still brutally low. Ryu heard that, oh shit, you're telling me the chance of another Marvel vs. Capcom game is still 1 in 14,605? I'm headed to Fortnite. That's exactly what happened. Draw Shapes, thanks for the 10, man. Sometimes Ryu and Chun need to sell out a bit until they get their next Marvel gig. Shine on, have a good stream. You know what? If that's what it takes, that's okay. Right? If that's what it takes, that's okay. Fluffy Blue Boy put in 5. I guess Capcom needed money to really bad to help Street Fighter 6. Well, considering the stories we've been hearing over the past few months, yikes. Uno Star Wars, thank you for the 5. Do you think Ryu has a good dental plan? MVC Fortnite put in 5.
Bruh.
You know what? I think it's funny. I think it's entertaining. I don't hate that these characters are doing dances and stuff like that. I just want them to do dances in a fighting game. Sorry! I just wish it was something that wasn't Fortnite! It was the game that I want to play! Can it please be relevant to my interests? Please! That would be great! Thanks, Capcom! Thanks! Well, chat, I think we've seen everything. The only other thing that needs to be discussed before we part ways today and come back and gather more information as far as what the fuck is going on. Square Enix destroyed this state of play. They destroyed it. The only other thing that needs to be discussed and talked about is this shit. Okay, so listen, Fortnite. It's becoming painfully clear and clearly painful that you guys are working your ass off to get me to play Fortnite. I'm sick of it. It's I can't believe how far you would go. There are several individuals that are plotting at a molecular level to try to seep their way into my brain. You are getting so close, but you will not break me, all right? I will not be broken by your efforts. Whoever is working at Epic Games to try their ass off to get me to play this shit, I commend your efforts, but we will stand strong. Hold the line, chat. We are holding the line. We are not gonna play Fortnite, damn it. No matter how hard they try, no matter what they do, we are holding the line. This will not be the thing. It's very fucking close. but I will maybe watch the alien do the samba or some shit. All right, I'll go back and I'm gonna watch the alien moonwalk, okay? I'm very curious to see that happen. Very funny that you would choose aliens, you know, Ripley, but then Xenomorph, alien HR Giger, Xenomorph? Like, why is it not the ribbed head from Aliens? You know, it's a very weird. You chose the first Alien? The one from Alien Isolation? Not the Aliens. Do you know your Alien lore? Do you know your Xenomorph lore, Epic? I'm calling you out on that.
A few moments later.
Why does Fucknut want me to play it so badly? I don't know! Somebody that works at Epic has it out for me in a specific, like, period of time. I almost wonder where is the line drawn to get me into Fortnite. So here's the crazy thing, chat. I just passed up a huge partnership / sponsorship opportunity with Epic Games for Fortnite that was revolving around Street Fighter. And I was like, you know what? I just have no interest in playing the game, really. This is like, it was honestly one of the most generous offers I have ever been given. And what they were gonna have me do, what they were gonna have me, like, what they were actually planning, I'm like I said, I'm like, this is legit awesome. I don't want to talk about what it was because it didn't happen. I'm like, dude, this is legit awesome. This is really cool. I can't do it. Like, the game is so popular. I didn't say we've been making fun of it for years, but I just have to tell them it's just something that I don't have any interest in playing. But I appreciate how generous this is. And then I'm not even shitting you. Like a week later, I'm spitting all over the place here. They put Ripley and the Xenomorph in the game. What the fuck is next? Rock Howard and Fulgore drop into Fortnite. Holy shit, dude. So clearly I've missed my opportunity, right? I'm not there yet. Sephiroth descends to Fortnite. I'm not there yet. Fortnite would have me, there would be a lot more reluctance in this situation to possibly move forward and try this game if the game didn't have all this ridiculous building shit. I can't even tell you guys how much the building aspect in Fortnite turns me off. I can't even tell you. The building part of it ruins as always been. Ever since the first time I saw Fortnite, I'm like, damn, this is just PUBG with an art style, right? I remember the first time watching Grims and a whole bunch of other streamers playing Fortnite, and I was like, wow, this game's crazy. It's just PUBG, watching like Eris play it and shit. I'm like, this is really crazy. It's like that PUBG game, but it doesn't look like complete shit. But the thing that always bugged the crap out of me is the building, is the fact that you're always just like building into the sky and shit. I've always like watched these other streamers try it for the first time, and it doesn't look like any fun. It doesn't look like something I want to get good at. I never tried it. And now the game is obviously became like the biggest thing since sliced fucking bread in the industry. And good on that, right? It made careers. It made Twitch even bigger than what it could have been before. It did a whole bunch of shit, right? Yes, Benny, that's right. I did a whole bunch of shit. The building aspect of it, if there was like a mode, and apparently there was, I watched Grims, because Grims used to be a KI streamer. We co-streamed every once in a while talking about KI. It was one of the things that got him into streaming like me back in like 2013. He's a really big shooter guy, and obviously went super ham on PUBG and went super ham on Fortnite when it first came out. But he has the same gripes. Guy was insanely good at the game, but he hated the building. It eventually dropped him out. He just lost interest. But a few years ago, they actually had a mode that took away the building, where it was just shooting, and he was having a blast. But apparently it was like a limited time mode, and it was gone. That was the only point that I remember in the past 3 years or so of Fortnite's existence that I was considering, maybe I'll try this now. You know, maybe I'll give it a shot. But from what I understand, that was a limited time thing, and it's not there anymore. I hope they bring that mode back. Fortnite, if you guys actually are working your ass off to somehow get me to play this game in some fashion, in some way, I don't even want a sponsorship. All you can do is, once again, include something that I love, and by in turn, alongside it, include the game mode that has no building. I'll give it a shot. How about that? just you clip it, whatever. Just that's the thing that's eventually going to get me to try it. They're watching, I'm sure they are. Based on the way things have gone in the history of that game, right in the time frame where we're asking and hoping for more Marvel vs. Capcom stuff, and then all the fucking X-Men and Doctor Doom and Marvel characters show up in the game, and then Predator soon after, and then right after that, you're fucked. You're fucked. I mean, the game doesn't look bad. I'm like watching the alien doing moonwalks and shit. I'm like, this is really cool. H.R. Giger is on the moon right now in his grave. God bless his soul for creating that creature. I have seen the, they can me tear up. I've seen the Xenomorph do dances that would make a grown man shit his pants. It's certainly something, you know? H.R. Giger might be on the moon. Yeah, that man turned his nightmares into his career. That's what's crazy about the dude that created the Xenomorph. Look at his art book. If anyone has ever seen the art of H.R. Giger, the man that actually designed the Xenomorph in the 80s, I used to have an art book of his when I was really young, right? Just because I was a big artist when I was young and drawing all the time. Yeah, the Necronomicon, his art book. I had like a not official version because they were very expensive books. We couldn't afford like $80 art books or something like that. And I had a huge poster when I was younger of his original alien, right? The one with the big fat tail, but it had big eyes and stuff like that. The original design of the alien before the movie. Dude. And actually going back and hearing his story about this guy's visuals, like what a lot of very sexual stuff, right? Yeah, lots of weird sexual innuendo stuff, but very bizarre, very phallic, very vaginal, very demonic, and very alien. Really, no one had ever seen anything like the art style of this thing, and now it's in fucking Fortnite. Like, that is the craziest part. Now there is, I gotta pull it up. I have to give Footnut some credit. I have to give him credit because some of the implementation of this shit is actually genius in my opinion. Some of its implementation I think is actually astounding. That's actually incredible. That is actually incredible. If I go back and I turn down the music, hold on a second, and let me crank the volume on this. It makes the same noise as the baby Xenomorph. it like talks to him. That's actually incredible. That's I have to give him credit. There was a chest burster that just flew out of the Mandalorian's chest. And to think this all came from this guy with this insane art style, and the whole reason he had that art style, why did this guy eventually become an artist, you know, in the, I think it was the 50s or the 60s? Why did he do this shit? Because he went to a therapist and he was having absolute terrible nightmares. He would dream this shit all the time. He would do nothing but see this whenever he closed his eyes. So what was the result? Because he was so haunted by the images that were in his head, because he was so absolutely fucking mortified by some of the crazy shit that was inside this dude's fucking head, his therapist told him, draw it. Just go paint it. Just show us what it is. And then he harnessed that skill for years and it became him. Like, he fucking became this insane shit. This absolute insane shit. Like, I think H.R. Giger is probably one of my favorite artists of all time. Not to mention created the scariest creature of all time. He took what would be potentially like a life-debilitating, maybe even considered like a mental illness, and he harnessed it and turned it into fucking art. Like that shit. Imagine seeing that shit all the time, and then he embraced it and it became him. That shit's amazing to me, right? That shit's absolutely amazing. It feels AI made, right? This stuff was done a hell of a long time ago. This was done like before the 70s and shit. Don't do this? I mean, I'm just saying, this dude is a legend. And the fact that this has eventually, in some way, you know, routed its way back to this, that it's actually his work in turn has become synchronicity has become absolutely in tandem with modern pop culture, I think is actually pretty incredible. To the point of which it's in fucking Fortnite now. Yeah, I know. Scorn is synonymous. That's what it is. Scorn is heavily inspired by HR Giga's art style. Anyway, it's just like an interesting story to me that has eventually become of fucking Alien and Fortnite and all this shit. It's just interesting to me because I really loved HR Giga's art style when I was younger, and it really was like, this is so weird and crazy and fucking bizarre, and this is nuts. Like, what the hell is all this shit? So I think it's pretty nuts where it's at right now. That's my take on the whole Fortnite situation. I'm sure there's some other crazy shit in here, right? I'm sure there's some other stuff that is just equally just as bad. The alien dancing and shit.
That was just a little bit of what we have for you here in the summer update. We're actually moving quite quickly, I feel like. Is it fun? I think it's fun. We got ourselves another big collaboration that we kind of talked about back
oh God.
in February. It was announced during Capcom.
Oh God.
Finals, and I believe it was a collaboration with a pretty big game, Steve.
Oh God.
An epic game, if you will.
Call of Duty. Here's the Hearthstone crossover. I swear to God, Footnut, if you put Ken into Fortnite and he looks good, I'm pissed, and I think it's pathetic that you're trying. There you go, good.
And you see it right there,
Cammy and Guile. Guile looks a little homeless. Guile definitely looks a tad homeless. Guile looks a little... That is not Guile. That is... I didn't have any time to look at Cammy because Guile was giving me the death stare. I did not have any time to look at Cammy. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see them with a gun. Cammy looks cool. I actually don't hate the tights on Cammy. I think they look kind of cool. It reminds me of Cannon Spike. I think Cammy looks cool. I need to see them holding guns, damn it. Oh, I appreciate the nod. Did you guys see it? Did you guys look at Guile's waist? He has handcuffs on his waist. I appreciate that nod. All right. That might have been Seth Killian's doing or something. He's got handcuffs on his waist. And to explain this to anyone that doesn't know, Guile had a glitch in Street Fighter 2 called the handcuff glitch, where he would essentially prevent you from playing the game, and you were cuffed. You couldn't move. It wasn't an actual pair of handcuffs, but everyone called it the handcuff glitch. That's actually a wonderful nod. I appreciate that. Guile still looks homeless, okay? He still looks like a homeless dude on Venice Beach. Maybe. And that's fine. That's definitely an interesting interpretation. I wasn't expecting it. I dig Cammy. I've seen this pose 800 times now. I appreciate the integrity of Epic Games and Fortnite to not put Canon here. I appreciate it, you know? That would have been some truly desperate shit. That there's a committee of people at Epic Games trying to get me to play Fortnite if they stuck Canon here. And I'm glad, right? I'm glad. So, I guess the committee isn't real. I guess that was all an entire... I guess that was an entire conspiracy theory that we just created that existed out of nothing? Huh. Ken isn't here yet. Not yet. What is going on with Guile, dude? What is going on with this guy? Dude, his head looks like a fucking peeled banana. What? His head looks like you cut a banana in half and just peeled it away. What is happening with Guile? This is not. I mean, he's recovering him. That is not. Wow. Wow. Oh, Guile. Oh, man. It's trying time to join the service again. Jeez, dude. Cammy looks great. I'm not talking shit about Cammy at all. I'm not talking, I think Cammy's, I don't actually mind Cammy's tights. I think they actually look kind of cool. But Guile. Guile needs some SWAT gear or something. Yeah, it's not truly Happy Guile until... It's not Happy Guile until you get a shot of him going... like super fucking jazz from Shinkiro. But it's a long way away, right? It's still gonna be a long way away. So, yeah, the big elephant in the room, and I need, what's it called? I need some clips and stuff like that. I need people to send me some messages and replies on Twitter of video clips of Blanca and Sakura, because that's the big news today, right? The big news today is that Fortnite is after my ass again, and they're including legacy fighting game characters once again in their Fortnite video game, in their Fortnite gaming experience. And yes, I feel like a lot of people might have forgotten where this whole story came from, but long story short, back when Ryu and his beautiful face showed up in Fortnite when the Street Fighter first appeared, I had a pretty unique opportunity to work with Epic on that reveal / big debut of Street Fighter being a thing in Fortnite. And like a complete idiot, I declined arguably one of the biggest sponsorship opportunities of my entire life. I declined it because I just had no interest in playing that version of Fortnite. I had never played that version of Fortnite again. I never wanted to play that version of Fortnite. I never thought about learning how to build things into the sky or had any real big inclination to jump into the game at the time. And then suddenly, it seemed that everything that had been happening since then has been lining up with a very close approximation of stuff that I had said, this is what they will have to do to get me to play Fortnite. And you don't even have to sponsor me, right? You don't even have to sponsor me. And one of those things, believe it or not, was the no build mode. It's not the only thing though, right? I had several stipulations, right? Okay? I had several specific things that I was saying that you need to specifically do this with the game and I'll give it a shot. And number one was actually the fact that I didn't want to build things to play the game. And crazy enough, that took about like a year, and now it's gone. Like, whoa, okay, dang, they're really getting there. The craziest thing is that over the past year, there might have been characters that were included that would have made me possibly give it a shot, like Ripley being in the game, like Ripley and like a Xenomorph. The Predator was added, Gambit was added, Rogue was added, Ryu and Chun-Li, and then Cammy and Guile, and now Sakura and, oh, Jill and Chris. Now Sakura and Blanca. All very good efforts, right? But things need to line up. What I'm saying is that you're not just going to get me to jump to stick both of my cheeks into Fortnite and just have my way with the game. Nah. If they're coming for this ass, things got to line up. There has to be a certain temporal eclipse in the universe where all the stars have to line up or some shit. The no build thing is there, but that's not the only stipulation I got. Fortnite needs to have no building and also include a renowned, if not beloved, fighting game character or a personal favorite character of my own. And there's quite a few characters that can actually fill those shoes, right? There's quite a few. I'm pretty blown away that with all these Street Fighter characters, there is no Ken. And I would say, if there was no building still, and Ken was added to Fortnite, hopefully looks better than Street Fighter V. Hopefully looks a little bit better than what he looks like in Street Fighter V. If Ken shows up and there's no building, I'll try Fortnite. I'll fire it up for the first time. I'll put the chat in like moderator mode, or I'll put the chat in like specifically a mode where you can't give me any suggestions, because I don't want anything, right? I don't even know what the buttons do in the game. I have zero clue. So I would just go in and run around and just figure out like what the hell is going on. Ken, characters like Cloud, characters like Strider, characters like Rock or Terry, Siegfried from Soul Calibur, like you just start going out full gore, you know, Lin Kurosawa from Alien versus Captain Commando, like there's quite a few characters, you know. I think you guys have a pretty good idea of the stipulations I would have in regards to a Fortnite style character that would show up in some way. What if it was like Sub-Zero? No, I would say probably not. I would say if it was like a mainstay Mortal Kombat character, that's a good effort, but probably not, you know? I don't think that one would fill into my personal get me into it-isms. So there's definitely quite a few, right? And I think if there's one that'll definitely do it, that I hope some rumors and random stuff does eventually come true. Yeah, if it was Sephiroth or something, Cloud Strife, right? If Cloud was added to Fortnite in a similar vein that, you know, he was added to Smash Brothers or something, I'd lose my damn mind. What about Spawn? I'd be pretty down with Spawn. Oh, hell yeah. If Spawn was added to Fortnite, I'd play Fortnite. Predator was added to Fortnite, but it didn't line up, right? That's the problem, is that's like old news now, right? Predator just being in Fortnite wasn't going to be the thing that would be the thing to get me in there. I have a lot of caveats is what I'm trying to say. That's where we're at right now. That's where the story is. And yes, it's pretty crazy that Sakura is in Fortnite and she has like all of her crazy dances and stuff. Hold on a second. Check this out. Like, they actually gave Sakura her dance from Alpha 2. She doesn't even have this shit in Street Fighter 5. Oh my God. What the hell? Can every character do this now? I don't know how this works. Gaming Legends series? Oh no, we're talking about Sakura's a retro legend now? Oh no, oh no. Oh God. That's amazing. Okay, this is acceptable, less amazing. Acceptable, right? I can only give Blanca credit because, you know, all of us played Blanca in Street Fighter 2 in the arcades when we were hella young. Blanca was the character that we all first picked. Nobody picked any other character. If you were a kid, you picked Blanca. That's just the way it goes. There's no arguments about this. And it is kind of neat, right? It is sort of cool that Blanca's in there. It's just Sakura is the real deal, you know? Like what they did with this character is genuinely super cool. Like this is some genuinely super cool shit. Man. And I gotta give its credit to Fortnite. Fortnite's trying their ass off, man. Like my main theme for my stream has been the Street Fighter EX version of Sakura's theme because I love it so much. Has the energy of fighting games that I love to like spread across the world. It is really cool. And I feel bad that I've missed out on some other characters that are in there because from what I understand, Fortnite's a game where you can acquire the skins, but for limited periods of time. I really have no idea how it works. Which sucks because if I did eventually get into it, I would like to go back and get like Gambit and Rogue and Predator and Ripley, like, but apparently it's one of those FOMO things, like the fear of missing out. You got to jump in and get it now. They're limited time. Yeah, that sucks. I get it. I understand. I get it, okay? We're close, right? I feel like, and I feel it, right? It's not that I'm trying to like hold out on this. It's not that I'm like waiting for another sponsorship opportunity or something like that. I genuinely feel like an idiot that I didn't take this ridiculously generous thing that Epic Games like practically just sat on my, like put on my lap, this huge, wonderful, giant opportunity to expand my audience, much less have something that it feels like, man, like feels like you guys are doing this for me. This is so cool. And I said no because I don't want to do anything different than what I'm doing. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to learn how to build things and do all that stuff. I was very stubborn. I think it is really cool that Fortnite has gone out and become another video game. But there's been like a funny conversation about all this Fortnite stuff where it's like, man, Fortnite's able to go out and get all these characters and throw them in here and, you know, get Sakura and Blanca and Chris and Jill. It's like they got more Marvel vs. Capcom in it than any Marvel vs. Capcom's ever had at this point. But there is like there's a big caveat to that, and it's that Fortnite is just skins, right? Every character essentially plays the same. You better get in the next Annihilator Cup? I don't know, man. I said no to the Annihilator Cup because I just had no idea how to play 4 out of 5 of those games, and I barely know how to play anything for Street Fighter 5. I'll just hold off on some of those things and wait for something cool to show up in the future. But when Fortnite characters show up in Fortnite, or guest characters do, they are completely different than guest characters in like fighting games, right? Because I've seen a lot of people have this like comparison where it's like, hey man, if like Fortnite can do all this and get all this success, if even games like Brawlhalla can do it, from what I gather, a lot of these games, they're like skins, right? They're just costumes over existing gameplay in a similar way that like Black Lightning was over Raiden in Injustice 2. They're like mostly the same character. And I think that's actually a big opportunity, right? I think that's an opportunity that fighting games should probably go towards in the future. And even Street Fighter 5 has had a pretty big amount of success with that, with their like skins over characters and stuff, where it's like, hey, you know what? Rashid looks like Airman, right? No, that's okay. I mean, that is cool. That is something, but a skin over existing assets, right, is completely different than a guest character in a fighting game. Like, brand new fighting game characters are genuinely much more work, right? It's not just the visual elements of it. It's not just getting the approval from the respective parties. It's like you got to create gameplay that honors the thing that they come from, but also makes them feel like they're in the thing that they're in, you know? It's a big, crazy deal. And it's one of the reasons why I personally really love to see how guests appear in fighting games, because they have to keep all of this like nuance to them. They have to keep all of these things that belong to where they came from. Perfect examples of that, like the best example of that is the Versus series, and I'd say even Smash Brothers, right? Where Smash Ultimate was doing their absolute damnedest to keep as much reference and reverence to where they came from in the gameplay of those characters. But that mostly happens for everything. Geese and Tekken, Killer Instinct characters coming from like guest characters in KI coming from completely different things that are not KI. Like all of it to me is genuinely cool, right? And what I'm trying to say is that this crossover stuff is just the future, right? It's been the future since 2002, maybe 2003, when Soul Calibur 2 originally did it, right? And that's all I'm trying to say from all this Fortnite like crazy mania stuff that's happening right here, where Sakura's in the game and there's Chris and Ryu and Alien and Predator and Thanos is moving his fat cheeks everywhere. I think it's one of those things where this needs to be something, at least for the fighting game genre, that is at least utilized. And I feel like the fighting games that like don't utilize it are just leaving themselves out of expansive efforts, you know? I hope it's like this in the future because some people hate it, right? Some people absolutely hate the fact that we are losing a character slot to some crazy guest character or some skin or whatever, you know? I get it. But you have to think of the trade-off, right? In the same way that Guilty Gear Strive was willing to exchange a bit of its existing fan base and really work over the game and change a lot of stuff in order to expand that and bring new people in. And it technically worked, you know? They brought more people in than they had from before. That's kind of the way you have to approach these things with a lot of fighting games. And I think it's a touch and go situation, you know? It'll either pay off in some moments or it won't. Everything's a risk when it comes to fighting games or fighting game characters in some way. It's one of those things that I hope happens a lot more. And even Sakura doing her damn shuffle dance that we've been seeing since Alpha 2 with her Alpha 2 music in Fortnite is ridiculously exciting. But stupid cool. Like, what the shit, man? Well, that's so cool. Somebody obviously likes fighting games over there, which I very much appreciate. So all we gotta do, Fortnite, all you gotta do is just stick Fulgor in there. Stick any Killer Instinct character, right? Microsoft let them have them. Stick Strider, stick Cloud. Let's put Rock Howard and Terry Bogard, right? Let's have a KO. Let's have some, like a full King of Fighters roster added to Fortnite, right? Let's really confuse all those crazy kids. All I'm saying is that it's just put any of them in there and I will be a frequent returnist to Fortnite if they do add this stuff, right? I will absolutely be back. Put Biken in Fortnite. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Put Leon Kennedy in Fortnite. Any of those things happen, I'll show up. You know what? I'll show up and I'll be happy to give it a shot. Ken for sure. No. Even if Ken looks like shit, I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna jump off this ladder. I'm gonna say even if Ken looks like shit, and he looks even worse than Street Fighter V, which is going to be very difficult to do, I'll actually give it a shot. But that's my stipulation. Will this individual thing do it? No, it won't. But I do feel like we're getting pretty damn close. And yeah, everybody loves the no build stuff, right? Like, that was one of the big things gameplay-wise that I was just kind of like, yeah, you know what? I don't really want to deal with this building shit. I just don't want. That just does not look like fun to me. You know, like that's my. It wasn't the fact that, oh, I don't want to learn how to play the game. It's just that doesn't look like a game I want to play. Never has, and that's why I've never even tried to play Fortnite. But now I'm even watching big shooting game streamers, and they're like, Jesus, Fortnite's actually fun. Holy crap! Everyone's sort of like enjoying it. Doom Guy, probably not. No, Doom Guy is not. Probably a big one. And it's not even like a refusal. I think it was a meme at some point in the same way that like I refuse to play League of Legends. You know, it's just that I've been missing out on the chance to play these things for so long that I've essentially had to turn it into my identity and it turns into like a joke. What about Asura? That'd be cool. That's not gonna happen, but Rugal or Geese, I'd be down with that. Yeah, if Geese showed up in Fortnite, fucking A, that'd be badass. You heard me say League of Legends. Yeah, it happened. Say League of Legends. What would it take for me to play Apex? I've already played it. Played it when it came out. I enjoyed it, but I didn't really want to play much more. A Bloodborne Hunter, that's easy. That's like, chat, you're already answering all my own questions. If you're asking what if they put in a Bloodborne Hunter, would you play Fortnite? Of course. Of course I'd give that. Of course. I'd absolutely do that. All right, we'll see. I don't know how much single player Vendetta actually has. I don't know how much there is going on in there. What about Robocop and Fortnite? Robocop and Fortnite is not enough to get me to jump into Fortnite. That's not. Ripley, the Alien, and Predator are all in Fortnite, and none of those characters were able to do it, right? No, I have a very specific. I pretty much need to get a fighting game character that I love into Fortnite. It all comes back to fighting games, is what I'm trying to say. It all comes back to fighting games in some way, right? There needs to be a beloved fighting game character that I love that shows up, that their ass shows up in Fortnite in some way. Or Cloud. Cloud's practically a fighting game character, right? Practically. You need Ken, you need Cloud, you need Strider, you know. You will know, right? You will know. You'll know if there's an opportunity for me to jump into Fortnite, I will willingly dive head first to make that a possibility if something is worthy of my time. If Biken If Viking showed up in Fortnite, I'd for sure fucking try out Fortnite. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Viking? Man. Yes, so don't worry, you would know, right? And it would be a lot of people are asking, like, Robocop's in Fortnite? Is this gonna be the thing that makes Max check out Fortnite? And you're already asking a question, right? There's already a question being asked there, which is, do you think this is it? No, you will 100% be unequivocally convinced if the shit that is to get me to go into the game becomes a thing. You will know. You're like, oh no, Max is 100%. He has to play now. He's got to do it. You will know, right? Without even hearing my response, you will know. Terry counts. If Terry Bogard showed up in Fortnite, I'd 100% do it. 100%. Even though I like other SNK characters potentially more, right? But absolutely, dude. If Terry showed up in Fortnite, 100%. Absolutely. Terry has a machine gun? There'd be a storyline. I would like proper, I would role play Terry in that situation. I'd be like, Southtown's gotten out of control and it's time to get it back in control. You know, like, things have gotten out of control. Sometimes fighting isn't the only thing that'll win a street fight. You know, like something like that. Are you okay, Buster Wolf? There needs to be a shotgun cock, is what I'm trying to say. There needs to be, like, you know, there has to be, you know, type of shit. Anyway. All right. Sorry. Yeah, Wild Heart seems cool. Anyway, chat, I was reminded of something I need to do because everyone's telling me about it right now. And I really need to do it because it is obviously a special day. But I'm not fully committing, okay? Understand, I'm being vague here, but I'm not fully committing to this shit. I'm just committing to the one thing because it is here, and I have to do something about it. And here we go. This is not going to be a stream where I stream Fortnite. In fact, I am not even going to play Fortnite. Everyone has told me that Ripley and the alien and the power loader and the drop ship and the gun and all of that shit is currently in Fortnite right now. However, I do feel that sometime in the future, Fortnite is going to add the things that I essentially have been asking for. Oh God, hang on a second. It's going to add the things that I've essentially been asking for a ridiculously long period of time. And I hope that they arrive. Right now, they are already doing the one thing, which is obviously, you know, the no build thing. So that's cool that that's still there. All I'm saying is that I'm not committing. This is a non-commitmental agreement. I am not committing to this shit at all. Install. Just do it. I read the EULA. Yes. Just install it already. So what I'm gonna do is I have no plan to actually play this thing. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I'm not. No. Trust me. I'm not playing Fortnite tonight. That's what I'm not doing. However, all of this alien shit, right, is like, okay, I feel like I am eventually going to probably play this at some point. So what I'm doing is just preparing myself for the future, where if they add Ken, or they add, you know, Terry or some shit, if they eventually do that, then I am going to at least have something else that I really like. Or Cloud. I think they're going to actually do that. I truly believe that is going to happen. What is my creator code? I don't have one. Anytime I tried to make a creator code, it wouldn't identify my YouTube channel as having enough subs, and I'm like, fuck. I think that was definitely not working correctly. If Dante was added, right? If any of those things happen, yes, I am going to 100% try out Fortnite for the very first time. I'm going to try it out. But for now, all I'm doing is installing this client so that I can get into the game, pay for the Aliens Ripley pack bullshit. Because look at this. Hang on a second. Somebody tweeted it at me, and I was like, God damn, that is really cool. This is definitely some fear of missing out shit, because people are like, yeah, it's been gone for a year. And I'm like, really? It's like once a fucking year? Really? I get it. That's how their business model works. Yeah, check this out. Right around my birthday. It's like they know. Look at this, dude. You get a drop ship. You get an actual Xeno you can run around. You get Ripley. You get a crazy gun. You get the cat. It's funny. It's Ripley from Alien, and then you get the Aliens power loader stuff and things like that. Anyway, it's really cool. It is really cool. You fucking bastards. So anyway, yes, I'm gonna install the client literally just to get that. And then, yeah, that'll be it. That's it. I'm probably gonna uninstall the game after that. I'm not lying. She has 2 costumes, one with short hair. You can check it out. Oh, does she really have her costume from Aliens? Slippery slope. Hey, you know what? I said it, right? I said it. I am not playing Fortnite right now. I'm committing to it. I think that pack is cool. What I am saying is that I do feel, and I said this before, that there is a future where Fortnite is going to put something into the game where, yes, I'm going to be essentially obligated to play it because they did all the things that lined up with all the things that I asked them to eventually make me play Fortnite. Outside of, you know, having me at one point be the representative to spearhead the Street Fighter launch of all the Fortnite characters, like the Street Fighter Fortnite characters, that shit was incredible, right? And I really wish I didn't say no to that, but at the time I just was like, nah, no do. I mean, that was really dumb, in all honesty, because they were literally throwing in Street Fighter characters into Fortnite, so. After this, I'm going to install this game. I'm going to go in. I am going to download the Alien thing and buy it. And then after that, I'm going to uninstall Fortnite because I have no plans on playing the game. Why do I hate Fortnite? It's just that I haven't played it. It's not that I hate it. It's just that I haven't played the most popular game in the world, right? Next to Minecraft, which I also haven't played. I haven't played this shit. So now that's an interesting story, right? Now it's like fascinating that why haven't you played Fortnite at all? I'm like, well, I've not had any reason to. So and then my tale ended up being, well, if Fortnite does the no building, because I really don't like building, and then they also add a character that I personally love, right? Then I'll do it. Ripley was added when there was building still, right? She was added ahead of time. So it didn't line up. It didn't line up. It didn't count, bitch. This also doesn't count. I'm not going to be playing Fortnite because they're not adding like a personal favorite character of mine into Futnut with the no building. But the no building thing is here to stay, which is great. And that's a great call from them. And now all we're missing is like these mental gymnastics. 100%. I'm saying they have to essentially add the one thing. If Strider is in it, fuck, dude. If Cloud or Tifa are in it, fuck, dude. If Terry's in it, fuck, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I'll play Fortnite for the very first time. I'll jump into a solo, you know? I don't even know what the hell works. I don't know if you need to butt chug the shield juice. I don't know how anything works in the goddamn game. I literally have no clue. And I'll try it out. I'll just give it a shot. Completely, like, new player to the most popular game in the world. I'm a streamer and I've never played Fortnite. That is how weird I am on this platform, chat, right? That is how much of an oddity I am to be where I'm at, over like 1 million followers and stuff, with never playing League of Legends, Fortnite, or Minecraft. And Grand Theft Auto for the most part. I don't think I've put more than 5 minutes into GTA 5, to be honest. So, it's weird. Like, to me, it's like, To me, I get a little defensive. I'm like, I can't play those games. Those games aren't my bread and butter, you know, type of stuff. So anyway, I know they have a no building mode. You know, I know. They did that shit. I get it, right? I get it. I'm installing Fortnite to buy the Aliens thing that's available for a limited period of time once a year on my birthday. You guys have already paid for it, okay? All right, here we go, Futnut, you piece of shit. Got this fear of missing out bullshit kicking in real hard right now, huh? Huh? I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, I don't even know what the heck this is. What is happening? Why is Spider-Gwen in here? I mean, it's Fortnite. Why is Spider-Gwen in here? Of course she's in here. Of course. Who don't they have? What does Fortnite not have? I'll tell you what Fortnite doesn't have. Fortnite doesn't have Rock Howard, Terry Bogard, Strider Hear You, Cloud or Tifa. Doesn't have any of those characters, that's for sure. I don't want to watch this. I'm not here for the story, bro. Sure, I see anime things. I don't want to join a Fortnite crew, man. Where's my aliens shit? Ah! Fuck! Ah! Ah, give me the goddamn present! Claim it! Fuck! Fuck! What? What? Did Robocop dude just give this shit to me? What? Wait, what? I didn't even get a chance to buy it? God damn it! Robocop dude plays with Kenny and Simmons because they play this game now. Yes, Kenny and Simmons actively play Fortnite and they're like, it's pretty good. They're like, without all that building shit, they're like, it's pretty good. It reminds me of, they're like, it reminds me of Blackout. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, it's good. And Steve plays it as well. I'm like, fuck, I'm the last one. I'm holding out, chat. I'm sitting here holding the door. All of my friends are back. I'm like, no, no more. I'm holding the door. Anyway, thank you, Robocop, dude. That's very nice of you. I'm gonna equip the shit out of that. I'd like to also equip the shit out of this. Neat. What? Okay. What? Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Did Simmons give me this? Simmons gave me this thing? That's terrifying and also kind of amazing. That's terrifying and also kind of amazing. All right, Fortnite, I give you credit. I'm happy. You know, I also did, is this my, wow. Okay. All right. All right, you got me, you fucking game. This is from T-. I want to stop this now. I'll take it. I want it to stop now. What the shit? Is that it? Is there anything else I need to get? Item shop? Is there Iron Man in here now? What the fuck? Oh, I need the Xeno. I have to buy the Xeno. So this is old Ripley and Xeno bundle. 900 V-Bucks off? Virgin Bucks? I don't have any Virgin Bucks. I ran out of those. I would definitely want the Xenomorph outfit. There's a built-in Xeno Menace emote. I definitely want the Xeno as well. This is sick. I hate that this is so cool. I hate you, Fortnite. God damn it. This is so cool, you fucking bastards. Whoa. Oh, because I already own it, it's like discounting it? Is that how it works? The bundle is cheaper. Okay, I'll just do this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can add some Virgin Bucks. Hold on a second. I gotta suddenly pay out in V cards. I don't want friend requests. Okay, I'm gonna give him my V card. I have several. Okay, I've been collecting V cards here. Okay. Jesus, I am literally buying it. I'm getting friend request to. Oh, god damn it. Shut the fuck. Everyone's trying to invite me to shit. Does anyone have a creator code that I could stick in here? I think I already passed it. Never mind. God damn it. Shut up. Stop inviting me to shit. Prop hunt? Huh? Is that a mod? Okay, I bought it. Hang on a second. Did I get it? Okay, no, I bought my V-Bucks, and now I am cool. What are we looking at? Is it a tail? I think it is. I think it's like the back and the tail. But I still want Ripley, right? This is the Ripley that I want. Yo, for troll's sake, thanks for the 25, dude. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Simmons and T Minus and Robocop, dude. That's very nice of you guys. That was Kenny, the bitch. Oh, Kenny had a creator code. Oh. This is pretty dope. How do I make her do stupid dances now? But that is not gonna have nearly as much novelty as like Thanos twerking on some bitches, right? You can select the style in the inventory. Walker, I guess? Cool. All right. Hold B. B? Huh? Hold B? I'm so confused. Wow, forget everything I just said. Now I'm just bitter and angry. Now I'm feeling my age catching up with me. Fuck, dude.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
All right. I did what I meant to do. I wasn't lying to you guys. I did what I came here to do. I got the thing that I wanted. I was very generously gifted some of these items that I'm glad I now have. And I'm done. The stars have not aligned yet, brother. Stars are not aligned yet. There needs to be a character. Shut up! There needs to be a character that I absolutely love. You know, it'll be obvious if it's that character. And also, there needs to be no building. They can't retroactively put in an old character that I love. That's old. That's not stuff. That's old. No, that doesn't count. That does not count. That was not part of the deal. I appreciate it. They got my money. I mean, it's pretty dope. Outside of the thing I saw in the end, that was pretty dope. If there is a Ken skin for Fortnite, if there's a Rock Howard or Terry Bogard or Siegfried from Soul Calibur, if they put in, for some reason, Alien versus Predator Capcom characters, Lin Kurosawa is available in Fortnite, you know? There is a no build mode, but my stipulation was not no build mode. My stipulation was no build mode and a beloved character that I love, right? That's like a fighting game character that I would love to be, to use in Fortnite. Strider, Cloud, something like that, you know? Something like that. So that has not happened yet. Hasn't happened. Ripley's old news. They added Ripley when there was still building. Doesn't count. That literally doesn't count. Those are the stars we're looking for, but they're not aligned. They're like over here or some shit. We need this shit to go thwomp. And as long as all that happens, then we're good. We're good. I'm not just gonna play Fortnite because there's no building. Where's Cloud? Where's Strider? Where is that shit? Where is it? You know what? I would even settle for stuff like Spawn. If Spawn was added to Fortnite in the next like week or two, and there's no there's still like no building and stuff like that, yeah, I'd take that. I think that'd be great. I'd play Fortnite for that, sure. Fortnite people are all writing this down. Shut up! Stop moving the goalpost. My goalpost has always been firm. Tell you what, they got my V card, okay? They definitely did. They took my V card. Goalpost hasn't moved. It's always been there. I've been saying this. The problem is people just get confused. Spawn is already in, then that doesn't line up either. It's got to be new. Luke? Get Ed Boon to show up or something? Yeah. Yeah, also, Kenny, I don't know if you saw this, but I've had a lot of people talking to me about it because it's coming from Nick, who has had a pretty good running history of, you know, calling the... Everybody's telling me this. Apparently, a notable person that has been around the block has told us something regarding Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yeah. So Kenny, check this out. from the XboxEra podcast, a huge list of collabs that are rumored to be showing up in Fortnite in the near future. This list includes the Fantastic Four. These are all rumors. Colossus, Cyclops, Magneto, Robin, Peacemaker, Skeletor and He-Man, Doc Ock, One Piece, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That would be crazy, dude. Damn. I'm gonna buy so many fucking Fortnite dances, Kenny. I'm gonna buy them. I will purchase them. I'll be thrilled. I will be excited to buy those, and I will Fortnite dance with you guys. We'll twerk on Thanos or some shit as we kill him. It's gonna be glorious. I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. V-Bucks are gonna be flying out my ass. I can't even, if this ends up being real, wow. If this is real, my pussy is in bio. You what? Just one click away. That is definitely what's happening, chat. Don't take that out of context. You guys like teasers? Yahoo! So I still gotta go through it. I still gotta do refinement and understand that it'll look even better. War Machine's in Fortnite now, really? War Machine's a Battle Pass skin. Oh, okay. Watch the Fortnite trailer. Bro, Fortnite shit's fucking amazing. The Fortnite shit is fucking amazing, dude. Dr. Doom does a goddamn foot dive. Like, and then one of the lead Fortnite guys is like, we're such big Marvel vs. Capcom fans. We're such big fighting game fans. Like, just wait till this stuff comes out and stuff. It's like, so I'm on the teetering edge here. I am so close. There, I am literally edging on the edge of Fortnite. I'm literally edging Fortnite right now. You what? And I'm trying to hold it together, and I'm like, is this enough? Is the fact that Cyclops and Ryu can do the goddamn handshake, is that enough? Is that the thing that's gonna bring me over? And I'm holding out. I'm holding out. I'm holding out. I'm standing my ground. We have not crossed, I am not confident with that threshold, that we've crossed that threshold yet. That is absolutely, to me, it's Cloud or Tifa, dude. Like, I'm gonna be real. I think it really is Cloud or Tifa. And because the other things like Rock Howard, and if Terry was in the game, or fucking Strider or any of that kind of shit, I don't know when or how that stuff's gonna happen. I really don't. Terry would do it. Terry would 100% do it if Terry or Rock was in there. Yeah, this is amazing. But if like it was Sephiroth, Tifa, Cloud, like, oh my God, dude, 100%. The alien skin is in the shop again. Fuck! I got gifted the Ripley skin, so I have that. I literally logged in to get that shit. Claim it! Fuck! What? What? Did Robocop dude just give this shit to me? What? Wait, what? I didn't even get a chance to buy it? God damn it! Yeah, and I think that I think those things can eventually happen. It's just about when. And no, you can be the Predator. That stuff happened ages ago, like years ago. Oh, Ken would also count. I agree. Ken is the same, but here's the thing. Ken is in the same boat as Leon. I would be completely fine if Ken was added, but the same way that they added Leon, he had the wrong costume. I did not like his costume. He has to look good. Ken can't look weird and shitty like Ryu. Ryu looks a little weird. Anyway, if new Predator stuff came out, if brand new Predator stuff came out, yeah, I would get there. I would definitely get there. Familiar with how the systems work. Shout outs to the Vagrant Story reference in 2025. Where the hell is this effing Mortal Kombat trailer, chat? Fortnite leaks Mortal Kombat Mythics? Is it, oh wait a minute. Has it been officially announced? Is it actually the Fortnite MK thing, like, here? It has. So it's not a trailer, it's just an image? What the hell? Wow, my dude. Alright, so all I gotta say is Wakanda forever. All I gotta say is that is a very good 3D rendition of Sub-Zero from UMK3. I'm gonna say it. It likely is the best one. MK1 does a pretty good job. I don't like the way they look in games like MKX. They look kind of rough. But this was always a weird costume outside of UMK3 just in general, and especially in 3D renditions. That's a pretty good job. Fortnite Des, I will say. So, what's the deal? Why are we talking about this? So Fortnite has done it. Fortnite has actually integrated Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. It only took 87 years and Epic Games' multi-billion-dollar conglomerate video game to make this happen. Ryu can shoot Sub-Zero in the face with an AK-47. This is cool, and to be real, I intend to buy this if it is purchasable. If it requires like a battle pass and I have to eventually unlock them in a battle pass, maybe not. And I have to update people on where my stance is on Fortnite. And my stance is that I've never played Fortnite. Bruh. I've never logged in. Huh? I've never twinkled down to, Tinkletown. What? I've never done any of that shit. I don't know what any of it means. And that's intentional. There was an opportunity I had many years ago when Ryu and Street Fighter characters were being added to the game. That was when Fortnite was still build mode, you know? And I just had no interest in playing it. The build mode stuff always daunted me, and I was like, I just don't want it. It doesn't look fun to me. So at that point, like, the Epic guys were very much trying to get a hold of my agency and stuff like that to do a big marketing campaign around fighting game stuff, which I am extremely gracious for, and I just could not do it. Like, I could be, simply because I had no interest in playing the game. Long story short, that led us to an interesting story where the narrative is, what is it going to take for Max to play Fortnite? What's it going to take for me to eventually jump into this goddamn game? And I had some conditions. I had conditions that had to be met. There was 2 conditions. A few years ago, before it was added, my first condition number 1, there has to be a no build mode. I don't want to deal with the build stuff. I just want to play a game that has, like, just shooting and looting, you know? That was it. That happened. Like, soon after, there was a permanent no build mode added to the game, which was nuts. So I was like, holy shit. So my main condition was met. The second condition is that a new character, a new guest, would have to be added to Fortnite that would truly make me feel like there's no way I can miss out on this. There's no way. And don't get me wrong, that has happened in the past. There have been characters added to Fortnite that I'm just like, damn, I wish I was into that game, because shit, the Predator being one of them. And I've made that a stipulation that if the Predator came back and was added into a battle pass, yeah, I would probably jump in and play. The Alien, maybe not so much. Even so, Ripley, Alien stuff, that did happen, and Ripley was super cool. But that was something that already took place. Like, it was a return of a crossover thing that happened some time ago. So they're like, hey, here's Ripley. Bam. And guess what I did? I logged in to redeem it. It was actually gifted to me. I downloaded Fortnite. I logged into it. I redeemed the stuff people gave me, which was like a dropping thing and the skin for Ripley and like an alien. I got it on my account, and then I uninstalled the game, because I knew this wasn't the moment, right? I can't have this be no bitch made shit, okay? I've been holding out on this thing for so long that I can't just have it be any old thing that happens. It can't just be any old, like, character or something that maybe I'd be into where I go, like, yeah, you know, that's pretty cool. Like this, for example, is that, yeah, that's pretty cool, you know, but it doesn't exactly, like, if I'm in that mental state, here's the thing. I have to tell you, I'm not moving goalposts, you daft bastards. I am putting myself in a spot where I will want to continue to play this, where it has to be something fucking awesome. It has to be like a special selection of a few things. So I ain't gonna like just go spread eagle for Fortnite and let it take over my body, dude. I'm high class in this situation, all right? So what I'm trying to say is that I got Ripley and I got that stuff and I got that costume and I feel good about it. Now I have it. There needs to be something that truly makes me go, God damn, you got me, you bastards. And before, Leon was close. They put in Leon from Resident Evil. And I was like, shit, they did it, man. They did it. They got like RE4 Leon, it's fucking over. I'm logging into Fortnite and I'm buying that shit. And then I check out the costume. He looks like an asshole. I log in and he looks like an asshole. He's got his wrong look.
He literally has the jacket right here. He literally has it. And for some reason, they have like the absolute inferior looking Leon. I'm like, bruh, why did we not include his jacket? So at that point, I was kind of like, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna go log in and buy this shit. It's a fake image? Oh, this is a fake image down here. I see. Either way, the mini image isn't real. That's a bummer. Long story short, I was kind of bummed out that he didn't have his jacket and there was no way to get his jacket. And I was like, well, that's me sort of like compromising. That's me creating a compromise that I guess I'm gonna log in and play this, but I'll be sort of disappointed that the thing I wanted isn't really the way I wanted it to be. All I'm saying is that has kind of happened like a few times where something comes really close and I'm into it, but then it doesn't like stick the landing. Again, there is another thing happening right now that I said would have gotten me. And this is because I was specifically into this for a certain period of time. A little while ago, when like the Avatar movies were coming back, and it was like, crap, dude, like Way of Water movies, this movie's great. Super into this shit right now. I'm like, brother, if they add blue people, if they add big kitty cat blue people to this shit, I'll do it. Now the problem is, they did it. And it's happening now. Jake Sully is in the game and shit. But I'm not into this shit anymore now, dude. Like, I am a typical blue person James Cameron Avatar fan. I'm really into this shit when it's out. I'm super into it. It's like the sickest fucking thing when it is a movie that's like in theaters. And now I'm just like, cool. What do you mean not anymore? I'm not really like, when the next movie happens, I'll be really into it again. But all I'm saying is that, like, I'm not super into it right now. It's just not on the top of, like, my fandom radar. The honeymoon phase ends when those movies aren't in theaters for a long time, dude. I can't help it. I just don't really give a shit. When it comes back, I'll be super into it again. It'll be like, fuck it. I'll see it like 5 times in theaters like I did with the first and second movie. It'll just happen. This one, I will say, this is a goalpost move. I have grabbed the goalpost out of the ground. I have put it on my shoulder, and not even as much Sub-Zero, the Blue People Avatar thing, I'm like sticking it over here now. Sorry, bros. You know, I'm sorry. So you logging in and getting them? No! I want to log in and get Sub-Zero. I don't give a shit about blue people right now, dude. I don't give a shit about blue cat people anymore. That is not doing anything for me right now. I do not need to log into that shit. I do not. But for Sub-Zero, I think this is really sick. I would like to have this when I eventually do get Fortnite to grab me by the balls. When that does happen, bam, you know? So if there's a way for me to go in and actually claim this stuff, that's great. But if it's a part of a battle pass that I got to play the shit out of the game, then no, I can't. I'm not dropping down on Turkey Town or whatever the fuck it is. I ain't doing that shit. I am a true Fortnite ass virgin. I have to make sure my first time is something special, right? It's a big deal. It's gonna be like live televised in front of everybody. I'm like the last human on the face of the earth that is a Fortnite virgin, dude. So what I'm trying to tell you is that that moment has to be special, straight up. That moment has to be something where I'm like, God damn, look at us, dude. And I'm doing some like stupid ass like dance from, I don't know, like How I Met Your Mother or some shit, and or Fresh Prince, and I'm doing it with Cloud, and then I take an AK-47 and I shoot Vegeta in the face. Like, what I'm saying is that, like, FF7 characters, dude, straight up, it's gonna happen. Terry Bogard. How the hell is Terry not in Fortnite? How is it not happening? It's an Unreal Engine game. Terry or like Rock. Yes, got me. You straight up got me. Ken. I'll go with you. If Ken was in Fortnite, I'm doing it, bro. It's over. I'll log in and I'll play it if Ken was in Fortnite. They're about to add Kazuya. Look me dead in the eye and tell me, Max, Kazuya is in Fortnite. Are you logged? Is that what does it for you? Are you about to lose your Fortnite virginity to Kazuya? And I'm like, bitch, what do I look like? Do I look like the main man? I'm not the main man, okay? He's gonna have a great time. That's his moment. that is when he jumps in. It's not happening for me. Maybe if it was Jin. Maybe if it was Jin and he looks good, that there is a caveat, okay? There's a caveat there. Maybe if it's Jin. But it really depends on how he looks, what his visual style is, like all that kind of shit. There are clear characters. Dante, it's a maybe, dude. I'm gonna say it, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Dante is a maybe at this point. A high likelihood. A Killer Instinct character? Absolutely, if it was a KI character. A Strider? Absolutely, dude. A Bloodborne Hunter? Dude, I will shit a chicken. It will happen. If it's a Virtual Fighter character? Bro! If Akira's in Fortnite and he's like chugging down the slurp and shit, I'm in. I'm super in. Junin Hyundai and I like shoulder check the fuck out of Thanos, I'm in. I'll buy the battle pass. I'll do the yearly battle pass. I don't give a shit. What I'm trying to tell you is that this needs to be something special, right? There has to be something in here that really does it for me because ultimately speaking, I want to really enjoy this game. As soon as Fortnite went from not being a build game anymore, this shit got really cool to me. When before it was kind of lame, it just felt like, okay, yeah, they're just getting people by the balls with this shit. But then they do so much stuff to it and like change it so much so rapidly that it's its own crazy ecosystem of a game. I'm like, this is really impressive now what they've turned this shit into. I thought Fortnite was lame as shit in like the 2010s. It just wasn't anything that I really wanted to play. But now I actually feel like I'm missing out. And that is mostly because the people that are adjacent to me mostly tell me it's the closest thing to Blackout you're gonna get. And I'm like, shit, and I can kind of see it now that I look at the game with no build mode. It kind of just looks like, yeah, it's sort of like Blackout now. Like, all things considered, the way maps and shit sort of works, it's like this zero build shit has turned the game into something that I no longer look at with like an eye of criticism. It looks like I'm missing out. However, I made a blood pact, and I'm not about to break that Fortnite blood pact that I have never played this shit until it is something super special, because guess what? Once that shit goes down, I'm probably gonna be playing it a lot. I'm probably gonna have a really good opportunity to jump in and always play the game with like my 3 friends and squat up and shit and shoot a bunch of 12-year-olds. It's gonna be great, dude. So I'm looking forward to that. It's that I don't need it to happen, right? My friends are all like, you goalpost moving piece of shit ass mother fifer. Everyone's like, we hate you. You know why? Because they play this, they get into it, they all know it's good, and they're like, Max would love this, and I'm like, I know I would, dude. It's just, I'm waiting for this moment so that when I get in, I'm truly having a great time. And I'm gonna be like enthusiastic to jump in and earn more shit and buy battle passes. And straight up, chat, if there is one character in the game that is going to do it, absolutely, it doesn't matter like in any way, it's Cloud. Like, Cloud or Sephiroth or Tifa. If it's FF7 characters being added to Fortnite in any way, sweet Jesus, dude, you know. Like, you straight up know. But I have to add in there, like, Bloodborne shit, or Terry, or Rock, or Killer Instinct, or, you know, let's think of some other ones. Like Strider, like, several characters would do it for me in many ways. And I would even say Jin or Dante, it kind of depends. If I look at those characters and go, God damn, that shit's cool, I'm in, dude. So I'm not trying to shit on the game, and I'm not trying to like shit on people that play Fortnite. We used to, right? That's like back in the day. This game genuinely has stood the test of time, and it's like, it's good. I think most people can acknowledge it isn't like just a meme that this game sucks. They've done some really intriguing shit that has me kind of like, well, my ass is missing out. I never played League of Legends, I've never played World of Warcraft, and I've never played Fortnite, dude. So I am completely outside of the scope of what is popular gaming. And if I'm gonna jump into this shit, I want it to be dope. If they add Strider, would I get into it? Buddy, if they put in Strider to this game, I would do something inappropriate. Like, I would do something inappropriate on stream. That's, if they did that shit, I would be over. They'd have me before it was even announced. Something inappropriate. But if they add me, I wouldn't want that. Not necessarily. They don't need to add me to the game. I don't want to play as myself necessarily. So not shitting a chicken live. I'll shit 2 chickens. That's all I got. I'll expose my OnlyFans page live on stream. I bet Kenny is mad happy, right? That's all I'm gonna say. I bet Kenny is fucking thrilled. He's like over the moon that this shit is, like, he's getting everything, dude. He's getting the shit in this game that he wanted in Multiverses all of those years when Multiverses like never added MK characters. On his birthday. Damn, they really did do it on his birthday. That's pretty crazy. They really did do it on his birthday. MK really pushed it for you? For me? No. I'm not saying it did. Well, all I'm saying is that I think that's cool and I would like to have it when I eventually play it. I'm just gonna log into the game and buy it if it's purchasable. That's it. Yeah, I wanted Sub-Zero to be in Smash and he was gonna look like that. That's what he was gonna look like in Smash Brothers, dude. So it depends. It completely depends. If Scorpion's added and he's like a costume that can be bought, then yeah, I'll probably buy it. Go ahead and buy it. Ken's from Street Fighter 2010, that ain't gonna do it, dude. If it was Street Fighter 6 Ken, oh hell yeah, I'm in. That's my story. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to like the video, comment down below, click subscribe, and ring the bell for any future videos I put up on the channel.